Hey guys, so this week's update on Dragon Ball Legends is here. We know we are getting 2 ZENKAI characters this week, the EX Android 17 as well as the Red Berserk KALE. So we're going to start with Berserk KALE, just get the big one out of the way first. Going to be comparing her to the ZENKAI Yellow Full Power Frieza because they're both defense types, and this guy is the most recent defense type ZENKAI character. So in terms of the stats, I mean... do I expect KALE to have this good defenses? Probably not. Because this guy might have the highest defensive stats in the game, honestly. So let's go take a look at what KALE has here. So ZENKAI, all the way up. Okay, well I can tell you with Out of Shadow. Oh wait, this is not level 1. I was gonna say this is probably not right. All right. That's pretty damn good. 195,000 strike defense and then 191,000 blast defense. I would still say it's not as good as Full Power Frieza's just across the board here. But these are very good defensive stats. Offensively, she's at 259, 266. So I would still say, I mean, higher blast, that's stat than Frieza, but lower offense. She's more uneven, I guess, in terms of her offenses, so she's more of a blast-oriented character. Health at 2.9 million, whereas Frieza is also at 2.9 million. Overall, Frieza does have a higher power level, though, so... but I would say that her stat spread for a defensive character is actually very good. This is what you want to see for a defensive character, right? You just want them to have massive amounts of defense. And then 266,000 blasts is not, like, too bad, but, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, so let's go to the main ability. So prior to the ZENKAI Awakening, she sort of had this ability. Again, I think this is a permanent buff here. 10% of damage inflicted for 10 counts after enemy attack is over. That's just something that she gets when you pop the main ability. And then she inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% of damage received for 10 counts every time this character uses an arts card. So let's go ahead and ZENKAI. So 50 ki. I was kind of hoping for a little bit of healing on that, but it looks like they didn't go ahead and do that. So they bumped that up to 15%. I was kind of hoping they would make this for allies as well, but looks like they're going to keep it just for her. And then they bumped the other thing up to 15% instead of just 10%. Every time this character uses an arts card, yeah, okay. I wouldn't say that's like a massive buff, but it's a little better. I think, again, like a 30% HP back on this main ability would have made it a lot better, especially for a defensive type unit that wants to be, you know, able to be durable and eating the damage constantly. So first, nuke ability was pretty damn bad. Just 20% of blast damage received when this character enters the battlefield. So that becomes 30 ki, and then the enemy gets 30% of blast damage received. So that goes up from 20%. 30 ki back is not bad. But I think with this character in particular, you're probably going to be cover changing with her more often than not, so the key doesn't really matter as much in that scenario. The second unique ability destroys 2 enemy cards when changing cover, which I think is a really, even to this day, a very, very strong ability. You guys know this from Future Gohan's ability, just so annoying to deal with. And then she does get 30% damage inflicted, and then she adds 2 to subcount when activated. Definitely expect this to go away, because Full Power Frieza had that deleted from his kit as well. And the damage probably will go up a little bit, so let's see. The following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. She gets 30% damage for 15 counts. All they did was increase it. No, they actually didn't touch that at all. Wow, okay. But she does get 20% reduced damage received on cover cut. That's it, just 20%. Okay. New unique ability is Unstoppable Rampage. Applies the following effects itself when enemy attack is, or after enemy attack is over. So she gets 30 ki. She gets 30% to next arts damage inflicted and card draw speed. This is actually very similar to LF Bardock. He has a very similar ability to this. I don't know what that, okay, it loaded. I was going to say, I'll let that sit there when it loads. Where is this? Yeah, the following effects occur when enemy attack is over. He gets 2 times card draw speed and 30% to next arts damage inflicted. Very similar. KALE gets ki back. I don't know if getting ki back on that effect is that good, because the enemy's comboing you. You're going to have max ki anyway in most scenarios. The only time this is ever going to be relevant, I feel like, is if the enemy, like, tap blasts you after you're done with a combo, which I don't, off the top of my head, I can't imagine that's that useful. So this is kind of eh. And the final unique ability is True Power Unleashed. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield if there is a tag girls or rival universe battle member other than this character in the party. Whoa, okay, now we're talking. 70%. This is a massive buff for a Zenkai character. So they don't just give out 70% damage inflicted buffs to these Zenkai characters, but she's getting 70% damage inflicted. 15% reduced damage received is kind of just okay. It's fine. Minus 10 to blast arts cost. So let's just see here. The only other area where she's even getting damage inflicted is on cover cut. So if you cover change with Kale, okay, actually they set this up in a way where it's very obvious what they want you to do with this unit. This unit is designed to cover cut. So if you cover change, cover cut, whatever. If you cover change with Kale, she's going to destroy 2 enemy cards. She's going to get 20% damage reduction plus this 15%. So she's going to have 35% damage reduction. Then she's going to get 30% damage inflicted plus 70% damage inflicted, minus 15 blast or minus 10 to blast arts cost for 15 counts. Then she's also going to restore ki by 30 when enemy attack is over. 30% to next arch card damage inflicted, and then card draw speed. So this whole thing, literally, actually, all of this all activates on cover change. Every single unique ability activates on cover change. That's actually a lot going on here. She's going to have full ki. She's going to increase the amount of blast damage the enemy is inflicted by. Basically, the way that the style that they want you to use this character in is cover change, destroy their hand, take damage, and then immediately counterattack back with this unit. In terms of how effective she'll be doing that, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical here. This is a very strong buff. I'm not sold on her only getting 35% reduces damage received, even though she does have very high defenses. I guess it does work in the sense that she's cutting the combo by forcing the enemy to discard 2 of their cards. But it's like if the enemy just has a Rising Rush, you just die, right? And the same can't be said for Full Power Frieza because he has Endurance. So I think that is definitely the biggest difference between those 2 units. And then on top of that, I don't believe she doesn't reduce ki, right? When she switches in, all she does is destroy 2 cards. Yeah, she doesn't reduce ki of the enemy. So there's a lot of characters in the game at this point that draw cards when the enemy switches characters or when they're faced with a new enemy. So even though this Kale does have the card destruction, a lot of these units are just going to draw cards anyway and keep comboing you because you don't reduce their ki. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really going to be able to tell how good she is until I use her, but I'm not completely sold here. The blue card, 5 sub count for 15 counts on hit. It's 20, so they barely touch that. Special skill is 15% HP, 20% damage inflicted. Wow, they really didn't touch that either. Okay. Because what I wanted to see out of this one was just some extra ki back on this, and then make this a team-wide buff. That would have been way better, I think. And then Red Rival Universe does make sense. Okay, that's good. So Rival Universe is finally getting some buffs here. I don't know. I'm not feeling that this is... They definitely could have done more with this unit, and I think they definitely should have done more with this unit because she is buffing teams that need it, right? Girls needs the help. Rival Universe needs the help. So I think they could have given her a little bit more, and I don't think it would have been like game-breakingly overpowered. If they're scared of like Saiyans or Super Saiyans getting too much buffs from this Kale getting a Zenkai Awakening, they could have at least done... Well, actually, no, they're not, because they already did make this a very specific buff, right? They made this Kale require there be a girls or Rival Universe battle member for her to get these buffs here. So, yeah, they definitely could have made her more crazy, I think. I don't know why they didn't. Android 17, let's take a look at him here. So this is a unit that pretty much didn't exist. Like, this was what he was before Zenkai, so pretty much going to be rebuilt from the ground up here. Stat-wise, I mean, this is an EX Zenkai, so it's not going to be like anything super crazy. he's looking pretty good. These stats, I would say, are pretty equivalent to like what you would expect to see from like an LF character, which is solid, right? Main ability is draw a strike card next, 25% HP and key by 60, cancels own attribute downgrades and of normal conditions. Pretty mediocre. First unique ability is cover, sustain damage cut, reduces damage received by 30% until combo ends when changing cover, 30% strike damage inflicted for 50 timer counts when activated. So you want to cover change with this unit. Might as well enjoy the trip as the next unique ability applies the following effects to enemy every time own attack is evaded with a vanishing step. Yeah, this is the Red Kefla ability. Let me pull up Red Kefla real quick. Where is she? There we go. Let me just compare. So Red Kefla, we already know this ability is not good enough. Actually, it's this. So this Red Kefla gets the following effects every time own attack is evaded with a vanishing step. 20 keyback, 20% damage, 60% vanishing gauge restoration, and then she draws a new card. That is not even close to good enough for this effect to be, for this effect to matter, right? 17 is getting way less than Red Kefla is. He's just reducing key by 25 and destroying a card. I mean, that does hinder your enemy's ability to, capitalize off of a perfect vanish, whereas Kefla's is more so beneficial to herself. Like she's gaining stuff from her doing this, whereas 17 is punishing you for vanishing. It's a different scenario, a different mechanic, but this is not good enough right here. Escalating threat applies the following effects itself depending on the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. 15 counts is 30% damage minus 3 strike cards cost, and that goes up to 50 in total after 30 counts elapse and minus 6 to strike cards. Okay. That could be okay. I mean, 50% to damage inflicted is not bad for a Zenkai character, even though it is just an EX unit. And then the last one is we're playing a game. Applies the following effects itself when this character is in the battlefield. 70. Okay, that's good. 70% damage. 30% reduced damage received, and then Arts Core. Wow, okay. This is a very, very good unique ability right here. Now we're talking. The last one is always good. So assuming you cover change, he's getting 30%, 30%. So he's getting 60% reduced damage received. Then he's getting 70% damage, 30% strike damage. So he's getting 100% strike damage. And then if it's after 30 timer counts of elapse, he's basically getting 150% strike damage. That's really good. That is a very high number. And he has card draw speed, and he has cost reduction. This guy actually could be pretty solid. I could see instances where this guy like surprises a lot of people and actually comes out and he's like comboing you and he's actually killing you. So I'm vaguely intrigued by this unit. And also the fact that he draws a strike card from his main ability. I don't think that's like not a very bad effect right there. You could actually use that to chain together like 1 or 2 extra cards, which could mean the difference between you killing somebody and not killing somebody. The blue card is full power energy ball. Blast damage. This better become just normal damage. Yes, okay, thank God. Upon activation. Special skill is 30 key and 20% strike damage inflicted for 20 counts. Okay, they gave it key, which is good. Still not a good green card, though. And then he busts red androids. That's interesting. So I thought let me get rid of this. I thought that EX Zenkais were all giving like their respective colors plus EX characters a buff. Nappa, let's pull up like other EX Zenkai characters here. Beerus, you. I think that's the case, right? Nappa, what does he do? Red Extreme. This Vegeta is Yellow Extreme, right? Yellow Extreme. Beerus. Yellow Extreme. Is this the first EX character that's not buffing their color plus Extreme? Red Android, huh? So you can actually Zenkai buff the 21. Is that what they want you to do? They want you to Zenkai buff the 21 that they just released? Okay. That's interesting. I definitely like that format better because nobody's using like a bunch of other EXs. Alright, so let's get rid of this. This is a banner that's dropping today. This is the banner that you guys voted on on social media. So, celebrating 1 million followers in social media, user choice ultimate pickup. Now, this is interesting. This actually is a Legends Limited guaranteed step up where you can get up to 3 guaranteed Legends Limited characters on steps 3, 6, and 9. So, if you take a look at the actual units on here, in total, there's 4 Legends Limited units. There's Grade 8 Vegeta, there's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Future Gohan, and Rose Goku Black. You guys voted for this. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on a guaranteed LF banner where there's only 4 LF characters. That is a very, very enticing offer here. Now, in terms of whether this is worth summoning on, it seems like a good banner to me, honestly, and I'm not going to recommend you to summon on this right now, but what I will say is at the very least, okay, this banner is up until March 7th. At the very least, I would tell you guys to wait just 1 week and then see what they drop next week, because I'm telling you right now, they did the Sparking Limit Break banner last week. This week they're dropping this. This is like screaming at the top of their lungs. We are about to drop something crazy. We have Battle Hour this weekend. I bet you the farm that they're about to show off something crazy during Battle Hour, and that unit is going to drop next week. This banner is up until March 7th. There's no reason to summon this banner right now. Just wait a week, see what they announce, and then you can make your decision of whether or not you think it's worth summoning on this banner right now. I would say, just again, don't summon, wait until Battle Hour, see what they announce, and then from there make your decision. So that's what I will say about that. So we're going to be getting, obviously, the Battle Gauntlet for KALE, the event for 17 where you're going to be able to ZENKAI Awakening. The Galactic Patrol event's coming back, nothing too crazy there. There's a new piece of equipment here. This is the Your Power is Commendable. This is for Extreme Android, so very specific. And it looks like this is going to drop from the Android 17 event as well. Base strike defense up to 20%, strike attack and blast attack up to 15%. And then this slot is pure strike attack, 10 to 20% for 80 counts. That is a very strong slot 3. This is like a must-run equipment on an EX Android, which is not saying much because there's really not that many good ones in the game. I guess the only one I would even consider using is the new one that's getting an EX, right? This Red 17 here. This guy is okay, but he's blast-based. I wouldn't use it on him. But I think that's it for this week. Nothing really too crazy. I mean, we're getting 2 Zenkais, which we won't really see that often, but next week, again, is when I think we will be seeing like whatever big LF is coming this month. And the fact that they've done a Sparking Limit Break banner, and they're now doing this filler banner that's guaranteed Legends Limited with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on it. People are saying Android LF. I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's not an Android LF. They're not going to release an Android LF. They're not going to show off an Android LF during Battle Hour and follow up a Sparking Limit Break banner and this ridiculous filler banner with an Android. It's going to be something more hype. There's no way it's not. But yeah, we'll see what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.